everyone, my name is Rachel Duncan and welcome back to my channel. And in this video we are going to be talking about my Unus Annus yearly goals for 2023. So I'm sure a lot of you know what Unus Annus is. If you don't, it was a channel that Markiplier and Crank Gameplays made together where they made content every day for an entire year, and then at the end of that year they deleted everything. But this video is mainly inspired by Lixian, who is Markiplier's editor. He has made 2 Unus Annus yearly goals videos, and this is mainly inspired by him, so huge thank you to him for inspiring me to do this. So I know I'm only making a video about it this year, however I did do Unus Annus goals last year. However, they were a complete and utter failure, so let's go ahead and go through those before we get into the new goals. Now, I have already made an and I accidentally erased my board from last year already, and I don't have any pictures of it, so I can't tell you exactly what all of the goals were. I can remember very few, but I remember that I had goals like submit and record 2 voice recordings for voice acting. I planned on visiting my mom every month. That didn't work out. Like go to a convention, do like 3 cosplays, some stuff like that, but ultimately I just failed, and I failed hard. Now I know this isn't really an excuse, but I will say that a big contributor as to why I failed so much last year is because 2022 was probably one of the hardest years of my life I've ever experienced. I went through so much in 2022. I went through a lot of mental battles. I went through a lot of depression battles. I was just really emotionally and physically struggling in 2022, and so that caused me to not be motivated, not wanting to do anything, just don't understand what the point of life is. So I was really struggling in 2022, but I'm slowly coming out of it. I'm slowly winning the battle against the enemy, and I'm gonna keep fighting. And so that's what my goal for this year is to keep fighting. And now, although I may have failed all of the goals that I put on my list for 2022, I actually did accomplish quite a lot of things, even through the hard times. Even if I wasn't the goals that I wanted to, I actually completed a whole lot in 22 that I'm super proud of. So let's go ahead and go through that real quick. And so now we're going to go ahead and go through the board of things I did accomplish in 2022, which you probably can't see because 1, my ring light, and 2, my handwriting absolutely sucks. But we're just gonna ignore that and go ahead and go through these. So one of the things I did accomplish in 2022 was I went to a total of 7 concerts. I went to the Welcome to Elsewhere tour, I went to the Uncommentary tour twice, I went to the Dreams and Gold tour twice, I went to the Icy tour, and I went to the Trinity of Terror tour. Now I'm actually really proud of this goal because me and Amber set off a goal to just visit as many concerts as we could in 2022, because unfortunately because of COVID in 2020 and 2021, we really didn't get to experience all the concerts that we normally would. So this year we really packed them all in, and we went to so many, we traveled so much, we traveled to so many new places, and it was just overall fun, and we brought new friends with us. We met so many new and amazing people, and it was just a great time overall. Now, one of the second things I did accomplish in 2022 was not on my list, was I bought Bruce, which if you guys don't know who Bruce is, I haven't really bragged about him, but Bruce is my new car. I bought my first big girl car, and I'm super proud of myself. I do remember one of my goals from last year was to save like $6,000. Did that. I actually beat that mark out of the water, and I used that money and I bought myself a brand new car because unfortunately old Charlie was just kicking out on me and I just needed a new car. So now I have Bruce and I love him so very much. He is a 2022 Hyundai Elantra Seal and I just love him so very much. Yes, I named him Bruce because he kind of looks like the Batmobile. I was also going to think about naming him Bakugo because I got him on Bakugo's birthday, which was 420. Now this next one is a bit of a doozy. So I left a job, I gained a job, I left that job, and I gained a job. So one of the main struggles I had in 2022 was with work and working life. I had a job at an insurance place, just selling insurance over the phone, Hated it. It brought my mental health down so much. I was working ungodly hours. I didn't get to see my family at all, and I just really did not enjoy the job. So that really struggled, but I left after one of the insurance seasons. Then I got a new job, and I really, really liked that job, but it ended up just not working out for me due to some personal things. And so I ended up ultimately leaving that job. But I recently just got a new job, and I really love my job, and I'm really, really thankful for this job that God has blessed me with. Hopefully I can keep it. And then this isn't really a big goal, but I'm super proud of myself for doing this, is I went to the state fair. I haven't ever been to the state fair, I don't think, or if I have been to my state fair, it's been years ago to where I can't even remember. But this year I went with my older sister Cassie and her husband and my nieces, and we just had a wonderful time. I personally hate roller coasters, and I screamed and cried on one of them that they forced me on. They forced me on like a little mouse ride. Hated it. I screamed and cried, but I did it, so I'm proud of myself for that. Now, one of the biggest things I did in 2022 was in October, and it was for a program we called at my church that we call Unashamed. So Unashamed is a youth rally where we get all the youth together. Well, this year it was a youth rally, and we got a bunch of teens and youngins together, and we performed mimes, we did games with them, and really just spread the word of God to them. And it was so Holy Spirit filled and just utterly amazing. And I'm so blessed and proud to have done Unashamed again this year, and we'll see what Unashamed holds in 2023. Now, one of the biggest things, I keep saying biggest for all of them, but they were all pretty big things to me according to how my year went, but I broke out of my comfort zone quite a bit. So you guys don't really know a whole lot about me, but I am quite shy. I don't like going up to people. I don't like interacting. I'm like, stay to myself, don't do anything. But I did break out of my comfort zone. I became a teacher for the church. I'm going to start leading mimes for the children. Oh, thank you God for that one. And I ultimately am just like pushing myself forward and becoming more interactive. I've started talking with so many more people and just learning how to interact with them, because normally I don't feel comfortable in that, but I'm working on it. And I really did that quite a bit this year, and I'm very proud of myself for that. Now, for actual video editing type stuff, I actually worked quite a bit on my editing skills this year. I'm sure you'll notice through what did I do, like 3 videos, my editing slowly progressed, and I'm super proud of myself for that, and hopefully I can continue to work through it and get better and just make these videos nice and comfy for you guys. And this one I kind of briefly explained, but I am growing into the calling God has placed upon me. God has placed a calling of miming upon me, and this year He's really going to work in me through that. I can just feel it. And He's starting me off by He gave me a mime to do with the children that I'm currently working on, and I'm so excited to grow in that and grow in my friend Tina with that, and Kaylee and Olivia, and just see where it leads me. And then this one I also briefly mentioned, but I took my best friend Kaylee to her first ever concert. I took her to the Trinity of Terror tour with Motional Slim White, Ice Nine Kills, and Black Veil Brides. First ever concert, first ever like anything. Well, that's a lie, because she actually went to a Big Time Rush concert whenever we were little. I actually went to the same concert, but we didn't know each other at the time, and apparently we were both there, and now we're best friends years later. Kind of funny how things work out. But I took her to her very first concert. She had an amazing time. We had so much fun. We traveled to Charleston for that one, and it was the best thing ever. It was like a really heavy metal like concert. Kaylee's not used to that, but she had a great time and she loved it. So I'm very proud of taking her, and I hope I can get to spend a lot more time with Kaylee in that. And then this isn't really a point. This is just me stating it. Times were tough, times were easy, but I pulled through, and thank you God for pulling me through, because like I said, 2022 absolutely sucked for me. There were good moments, there were bad moments, but ultimately it was a struggle pulling through, and I honestly couldn't have done it without God and my friends and my family, and I can't wait to see the blessings He does for me this year. Okay, now that I've probably bored you guys to death about all the things I did accomplish in 2022, let's go ahead and start on my goals for 2023. If you have seen Lixian video or haven't seen his videos, he has done things where it's called active goals and passive goals. He didn't do that this time around, but I kept it this time around, and I think I really improved on the goals I wanted, because last year I kind of went for goals that was kind of too far out of my reach, or stuff that I was just like really trying to push myself to do and like force myself to do. But this year I went kind of easy on myself, so I'm actually really proud of these goals I kept, and we'll just see if I can get to them. And if my video doesn't make any sense at all, I highly recommend that you go and watch Lixian's video and anybody else's videos on their Una's Honest Goals, because I can guarantee you they are probably way better than mine. And it's just interesting to see what everybody else has to do and what they're going to set for themselves. And if you do, I'm really proud of you, and I'm rooting for you to reach your goals. Now we'll go through the active goals first. My first active goal is to film 4 videos and make one of them not about concerts. If you guys watch my content, you know that a lot of the content I do is me filming concerts, just because that's content I really enjoy and really do. I love vlogging, but I really want to try and break out of that comfort zone. So besides this video, I want to film 4 videos this year, and I want one of them to not be about concerts. What that one video is going to be, I don't know. It could be a multitude of things, like I love Supernatural, I love anime, my favorite anime is Fruits Basket. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Could be something completely different, but that is my one goal. And then my second active goal is to read 2 books about voice acting. One of my goals for last year was to record and submit 2 recordings for voice acting. And as I was reading into it, I really kind of learned that there's a lot more that goes into it than just recording yourself, putting yourself out there. So instead of just doing that, this year I'm going to read and educate myself on voice acting. So I'm going to see if I can find 2 books about voice acting and read through them, and hopefully I can get enough information and education to pursue into the passion that I want to do. And my third active goal is the 3 mimes for the children. As you guys heard me say earlier, God is really pushing me into a place where He's called me to, and if He permits, I'd really like to at least do 3 mimes for the children this year, and we'll just wait and see what He does for me in that. My fourth goal is to do 4 special effects or just makeup looks. Now, I really, really love makeup. If you guys have watched my old videos, you know I used to do makeup tutorials and stuff. Might have deleted a few of them besides the Rowena one. But I really love that stuff, and I really love special effects, and I just haven't been getting into it at all, and I really, really want to do better because it's something I love and it's a hobby I love. So I just really want to push myself and do 4 either special effects or just random makeup looks. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I had this one for last year, and I did technically do it, but it's going to be do 1 cosplay. I really love cosplay. I really want to start getting into it. I see TikTok videos all the time, and it's something I'm really interested in. I just don't know where to start or have the confidence to do it, but I'm slowly working that up. And so technically I did do one. I did Coraline, but also technically I did Coraline for Halloween on the trunk or treat. So I'm going to do 1 cosplay that isn't around Halloween time, and who that's going to be, I'm not sure. And then for my last active goal, it is going to be take 4 trips that are not for concerts. As you guys know, I traveled quite a bit for concerts last year, and that was literally the only time I traveled. And as much as I love doing it, I'd really like to travel to North Carolina just to go see my family, not just for concerts, or travel to Charleston, not for concerts. I really just want to get out more and just spend more time with friends and my sisters rather than just be stuck all the time. So take 4 trips that are not for concerts, whether they be to Charleston, to North Carolina, to wherever. We'll see. And now for my passive goals, which I don't think I explained earlier because I'm not good at explaining stuff. My active goals are stuff that I'm really more focused on, and my passive goals are stuff that I'm not as focused on, but I'd still like to accomplish. So my first one is to get 2 tattoos. I had this on my board last year as like a bonus one, but this year I really want to focus on it because I have a whole lot of tattoos I have planned, and I really want them. I just have to get the confidence to be able to message the woman I want to get tattoos from. So I want to get 2 tattoos this year at least, and hopefully gain the confidence to message the studio that I want to message to get my tattoos done. Now, my second passive goal is to visit my mom every other month. Last year my goal was to visit her every month, and I stayed good for probably the first 3 months, but then after that it just became way too difficult on me. I got super busy with work, I got super busy with other stuff, and it just became like emotionally burdened on me to go visit her every month. And so I think this year I'm gonna go visit her every other month and see how that works out and see if it works out for me better. Third goal, this is probably one of the most basic answers you could probably find, but it is to tone up my tummy. So, last year one of my goals was to work out for 15 minutes, like every week. Clearly did not work out, but I don't want to do this just to lose weight. I'm actually pretty happy with my weight, but I do have a little bit of a chubster that I'd like to tone up a little bit. So we're gonna see how that goes by the end of the year. And then fourth goal is to play my ukulele once a month. I got a ukulele for Christmas a couple of years ago. I don't remember how many years ago, and I was really interested in it, and I really wanted to play it, and I became pretty decent at it. But then after a while, I just kind of threw it to the side and completely forgot everything. But I really want to do it and get better at it, and hopefully just start playing songs and just become more musically inclined and expand my music abilities. And so I have set up a goal to play my ukulele for at least 30 minutes every month. I actually already started this one, and I played it for 30 minutes, and I learned all of the C chords. And then my final passive goal is to get better at ASL. American Sign Language is something that I've always really been interested in. I find it so, I don't know, I just love it, and I've always wanted to learn it, like over Spanish, over anything else, and I really just want to get better at it and learn to communicate with people, especially from where I work in, like, not the retail industry, but the customer service industry, in case there is somebody who needs that. And like I said, miming is my thing, and I just want to get better at it to learn mimes, and I don't know, it's just something I've always been interested in, and I've known a couple of stuff, but I really want to get better and see if I can get more fluent at it. And that was my goals for 2023 for Unis Honest. So this will go from around November 13th, 14th till next year of November 13th, 14th. I don't remember what day Lixian started it on. I'll have to double check and put it right there. But those are my yearly goals. We're going to see if you guys can hold me to it, which is the main reason why I'm recording this video, because mainly it'll help me from last year where I completely failed. But I'm really determined to do my goals this year and to push out of my comfort zone. My main thing this year is going to keep fighting, and my favorite movie is The Greatest Showman, and one of my favorite quotes is, "Comfort is the enemy of progress." So I'm really gonna break out of my comfort zone and make some progress this year, and I even have it on my little board here at the bottom that you probably can't read because, like I said, my handwriting sucks. But I'm really gonna see what I can do this year. I'm counting on you guys to hold me to it. And I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you for staying around for this video and just talking with me about 2022, the struggles, the good, the bad, and my goals for 2023. And if you guys like this, you can do this for yourself, or if you want, you can leave what goals you want to do or things you want to do down in the comments below, and we'll see where we all can go together. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and putting up with me. I love you all so, so much, and I hope you all stay very blessed, and I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I just realized I probably should have made one of my goals to learn how to explain things better, because I'm really not good at that. And I guarantee you this video is probably not going to make a lot of sense, but we'll see if you guys can make it out.